I genuinely think our generation is getting dumber. And I don't even mean that as an insult. I mean it literally. Have you noticed that full-grown adults and teenagers are out there saying things like 6'7" or tung tung sahur? Like, bro, what does that even mean? How did we get to a point where stuff like that became normal? Because I don't think this is harmless anymore. I genuinely think this is corrupting our minds. Brainrot is actually getting out of hand. It's destroying our attention span because it's all just cheap, fast dopamine. Everything has to be louder. Everything has to be slowed down and then sped up in the same reel. Everything has to be more random. And because of that, I feel like everyone is just getting duller and duller. And the worst part is Instagram has actually now added a feature where you can add photos in the comment section. And so now, literally under normal reels, you'll find photos of pornography. And then the comment section is just brain rot as well. It's the same memes and gifs recycled again and again. And someone's narrating exactly what the joke was in the video. Like, bro, we can hear it. We don't need you to repeat it. I think it really hit me when my younger brothers started repeating brain rot terms all day. And before someone misunderstands me, it's not their fault. I mean, kids are like sponges. They're going to absorb everything from their environment. But the sad part is, that is their environment that they're growing up in now. And I realized something, that I'm not innocent either. You know, I would go onto Instagram for 5 minutes, and before I knew it, that 5 minutes turned into an hour. You know, one stupid reel into the next one, and then the next one. I could literally feel the effects of that on myself. I would sit down to study and wouldn't be able to get any deep work done. I'm sure you can feel some sort of brain fog as well. And honestly, I don't think brain rot is going to stop anytime soon. I genuinely think that's where the internet is heading. But on an individual level, you don't have to let it consume you. You cannot let this, like, you know, this cheap dopamine, this silly content become a part of your daily life. And that means not hearing about it, not thinking about it, and not saying it. You know, these memes, these audios, these say wallahi bro after every random thing, these slowed and reverb edits, that AI slop. I mean, ask yourself this question, okay? If all you consume is this nonsense, how can you expect mental clarity? If this is all you feed your brain, how can you expect it to produce any sort of wisdom? You see, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala repeatedly calls us to ponder, to reflect, to use our intellect. But how can we do that if our brains are constantly filled with this noise? Now some people might say that, bro, you're deeping it too much. They're just memes. Maybe. But have you asked yourself this? You know, have you noticed what has happened since that skibbity toilet brain rot became a thing? Fast forward a few years now, and tung tung sahur, like, oh, can I eat this fish? Like, whatever the next AI slop is. Have you not seen any correlation between, you know, the dawn of this brain rot content and the quality of people's communication is decreasing? I mean, maybe I'm just making a connection where there's not any. But honestly, how can you, when you feed yourself this brain rot, this AI slop, how can you actually expect to become smarter, sharper, produce good ideas, you know, have meaningful conversations? Everything has become a meme now. Everything has become brain rots, and everything has to be fast paced and can no longer be more than 10 seconds. And before anyone says I'm trying to act superior, I'm not. Look, I've experienced the same thing that you have. I haven't mastered doom scrolling. I've experienced it. And this brain rot thing, I just don't want it to become the norm of society. I've doom scrolled. I've wasted hours on social media. I've felt the effects that you feel. And I realized that, bro, brain rot is not funny anymore. I'm starting to realize that the things we consume might actually end up consuming us. So protect your mental space, protect your mental clarity before you lose all your attention and you get to a point where you're not able to get any meaningful or deep work done. Or worse of all, have any meaningful, deep conversations, insightful, wholesome conversations with your loved ones. Because all you're thinking about is brain rot and your brain has become so dull. Look, stop scrolling, clean your mind, and instead do something beneficial. Instead of watching these silly reels, watch videos that will benefit you. And what better place to do that than at Al Madrasat Al Umariyah AMAU Academy. The link is in the description. Go check that out. Become a student of knowledge, inshallah. Do something beneficial. Share this with someone you love. Wassalamu alaikum.